Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Jen Sorensen, and yes, you are in my guest bathroom because we are going to make something a little bit different today, and we're going to come back here to test it out. You saw in a previous video, we learned to make a sugar scrub, and this was a soft, creamy scrub, something that you could kind of like scoop up and then rub all over yourself. Really enjoyed that. So when I saw a kit to do a sugar scrub that was a more solid type thingamabob, for lack of a better word, and I literally just don't know what I would call it. It's literally like a solid sugar scrub. Let's just call it that. I said, well, this would be fun to compare the two. So why don't we jump in, see how I make this, and then we're gonna meet you right back here and see how it works. All right, for this sugar scrub, let me show you a little bit about what they sent me. First of all, I got this great mold. So that's awesome that it was included. And it has, what, 3, 6, 9, 18 cavities to it. Looks like I'm gonna need more, so I grabbed an extra little mold here just in case. Mica powder, they sent me some of this. They sent me a full one. I'm using one from another project, and they sent me sugar, but I have this open again from another project from the sugar scrub. So I'm just gonna use what I've opened and I put what they sent aside. I've got sweet almond oil, which you know I love me some of that. This frosted cranberry scent, which smells amazing. Shea butter, we've got 2 2-ounce packages, and then these containers and lids. So why don't I set you guys up and we'll get into making these frosted cranberry sugar scrubs. All right, let's dive into this. The first thing that I have to do is it told me to put 2 silicone molds on a cookie sheet and set aside, which is what you see over here. They only sent 1 mold, and that's all that's included in the kit. So that's why I grabbed the other one. Now we have to melt down our shea butter. And they sent 2 2-ounce packages. All right, and that was exactly 2 ounces, so that's good. Let's open up the other one. So we're not gonna have extras here, which usually you have a ton left over. But this one, I don't think, we're not gonna have a ton left over actually. And this one, I think I'm gonna need to scoop a bunch out because I'm a tad short here. Kind of make sure I've got stuff off the package, get everything out. That's what I tried to scrape out there. Let's see if that's enough. Close enough. Let me try the other package, see if I can, no, there's not really much in here. So I'm just a tiny tad bit short. It says 3.92. Can I get anything else out of here? Yeah, so it says 3.92 ounces, so that's what I was able to get. We'll work with it. We'll make it work. I'm gonna microwave this to melt it down. And I'm just looking as well to see, yeah, we'll do that. And then we have to add in 3 ounces of our melt and pour. So why don't we do this? Let me put this in the microwave. And then I will measure out, let's see, I'll use this. Measure out my melt and pour here, and I'll meet you right back here when both are completely melted. Okay, in here is our shea butter, and it's nice and warm and melted, and I also have our melt and pour already done. So, it says to pour in the melt and pour right here. Try and get everything out of the container here. And we will stir this in, and then we need to add in our sweet almond oil and fragrance. Now, I wish it told me what kind of utensil to use to mix this because it's kind of unclear. Do I whisk it? Do I stir it with a spatula? I need 1 ounce of sweet almond oil. And I'm comfortable telling you guys what proportions I'm using, what the recipes are, because this is free on their website. It's not proprietary. But if you're going to be doing tutorials like this, sharing things, then, you know, I'm a strong proponent of not sharing proprietary information unless you're able to. So if for some reason this was a kit and I wasn't allowed to share this, you know, if it was kind of private stuff, I would not be sharing you the proportions here. And then I need, oh man, this smells so good. This is the frosted cranberry. I need 0.65 ounces. So I am gonna have a good amount of this left over. All right, there we go. Okay, I did 0.74. Good enough for me. I'm okay with a little more fragrance. And we'll just put that there for right now. Let's stir this up, just get everything well incorporated here. And oh, we do need, I think, let's see. It says to add the mica powder after we add the sugar, but I think I want to add it now to make sure it gets really dispersed. It says 1 teaspoon, which is a lot. So I'm just going to kind of do a little bit. I don't want it too red. So we'll just kind of start to mix that in a little bit because I'd rather it get incorporated over time. And now I'm really starting to smell the fragrance. You know what I might get? I'm gonna get my whisk. This is why I love to keep everything handy nearby, why I use the cart that I do to kind of keep everything very close. All right, that's a pretty good color, pretty rich. I do really like this. This is crimson red. I have a big container, I think a 4-ounce container of that red. All right, and now we need to add in 16 ounces of sugar. So I'm gonna tar that out, and let's add 16 ounces of sugar to this. Woo, it's a lot of sugar. Glad we're not eating these. Maybe on a sugar high. All right, almost there. Almost there. There we go. That's 16.05 ounces. So that's almost exact. I think I'm going to use this for right now. And oh my goodness, my shirt matches the this color here. It does tell you to get in there with gloved hands. It did not provide gloves. It did provide a hairnet. And I don't think I need my scale anymore, so I'm gonna move that off to the side just to make this a little more sturdy. Yeah, I can see how we're gonna need to get in there with our hands to mix this up. Unless you had a stand mixer, you know, a good KitchenAid to mix up with your paddle attachment or something like that. All right, I'm gonna roll up this sleeve here and get in. This is kind of like, just like a Zen garden. Mashing things up, a little therapy. Yeah, I don't know how you'd add the mica after this. Like, come on. See, that's where it pays to pay attention to what the heck is going on. Okay. Coming together, nicely incorporated. This is gonna get pretty hard because that shea butter gets hard, and then you've got the melt and pour, which is gonna harden up. Top of the sugar, so these are gonna be pretty firm, I think. And I'm gonna be interested to see how many this makes. I am really impressed with the fragrance oil, and I think I'm gonna have to do something with this one come the holidays next year, which is when I got this kit. Got it on sale, because I think when it's not on sale, it's like 50 bucks. Or something like that. And now we're supposed to be pushing this into the mold, which I don't know how do you get these into the molds like that? Like just shove it in and then move on to the next one? I don't get it. I don't know. I feel like this might be better as like sugar cubes. Huh. Feeling this texture-wise, I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna put it in the freezer. If it tells you to put it in the freezer, you definitely might have to. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep filling these up and we'll see how many I get out of this. Just kind of pushing them until I can't fill it anymore, scraping off the top here. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I'm not sure I love this mold. Maybe I'll get it and like it after we take it out of the mold, but I don't know. I'm not sold yet on what this is. All right, I was gonna let you go and fill this up on my own and stop talking, so I'm gonna do just that, stop talking. You guys know by now I can talk forever, and I will meet you back here when all these are filled to see how many I was able to get. All right, I don't know if you can see what I was able to get in, but I got all 18 here, another 12, and then 7. So I'll let you do the math right now. But, you know, I don't know. I'm struggling with the fact that it didn't give me instructions on what to do with whatever was left in here when it wasn't in this mold. Reheat it to remold it, like set it aside, use a different mold. So we'll see what happens with these. I'm going to put them in my chest freezer downstairs because I have room there. And then I am going to, it says, let it set for an hour in the freezer. And then we're going to put sugar in a bowl. These are going to be sticky and we'll roll them in there and place them in a jar. So let's see what happens when these freeze a little bit. All right, these have been in the freezer for a few hours now. It says 1 hour, but I went with, I don't know, like 4 or 5 because that's what I had for time and I had stuff I had to do. So let's get some of these out of the mold. Okay, so that came out. It's pretty good round. It says it's gonna be sticky. It's a little bit. And then it said to take 2 ounces of sugar and then just roll it in here. These smell so good. And then we're gonna put them into these containers, which is hard for you to tell, but that is one container. I would be really curious to know how much one of these weighs. And it's, you know, a little bit of a effort here to get some of these out. Okay, once you get a few out, you can just kind of pop them. Ooh, these are pretty solid. The middle ones come out easier. All right, I want to measure and weigh. Come on, yeah, the end ones are a little bit of a pain, these corner ones. So there's nothing to grip onto. Come on. Got that middle one. Let's see if that helps me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got that out of here. This is a nice thing about these kits is you get these now you can use for other projects. I just wish that like they gave you more details on how to make it and 2 of them in there. Okay, so there's that. Let's see how these pop out. And this silicone is much thinner. So yeah, it's so much easier to just manipulate here. Those look cute. I kind of like those. They're little mini like bunt pans, kind of, is what it feels like. Yeah, this is a really good fragrance. Let me know if you guys want this in a soap sometime, whether it be now or for the holidays, because ooh-wee. Yeah, that's nice. As I just totally manipulate this entire mold. Definitely gonna need to rinse that. And let's get these last few out here. Get these out. I wanna see how much one of these weighs. We'll compare a few of them. Okay, we got everything out there. I kind of like how these are a little wider because if you were to like rub your hands and stuff, you've got more surface area. These are a little more, I don't know. You tell me. So let's get our scale here. And I'm going to take one of these. Let's turn this on. I need to face this towards me to see. All right, let's roll And a little bit of sugar here, just a little bit, so they don't stick to each other. One of these, that's 0.67 ounces. Let's put another one in. See if we're at 1.3 ounces if we got that. So yeah, you're about 0.6 ounces for each of these. So it says that you should get about 6 of these in one container. So that's 4. How are these getting in there? How are we getting them? How are they all going to fit? Okay, and can we get one more in? Yes, okay. So for 6 of them, you're looking at about 4 ounces. Let's see how 6 of these, if we can get 6 of them into these uniquely shaped ones. So that's about 6.63 ounces there. Okay, so we're similar weight. So it shouldn't really matter, but we just need to make sure that we can fit them in somehow. That's 5, and let's get a more dense one here. Okay, yeah, so we're just shy of 4 ounces for that one because one of them was kind of small. Let's try one more time, see if we can get to about 4 ounces there. And I just want to see, like, in terms of mold size and stuff. Doesn't matter. And then I'm thinking I need to test some of these out to see how they work in a little bit. Maybe I'll wait until tomorrow when I have a little bit more time and I can scrub. Maybe I'll go for a run and then see how these work. Let's see one more. Let's get a dense one here. Okay, let's see if we can get to about, yeah, 4.13. All right, yeah, we can totally do that. I'm gonna keep rolling these in some sugar here, and then I will check in with you guys really soon and we'll test these out, see how they work. You know, we just did the sugar scrub, so it'll be interesting, the whipped sugar scrub, I should say, instead of these solids. So let's see the difference, the comparison on how they work. All right, so that was pretty easy to make. Again, this smells fantastic. So I'm going to use these. I've got the little mini bundt cakes, and I don't know if you could really tell the size of them when I was making them, so they're not that bad. Feeling them, this is actually the first time I realized I'm feeling them without gloves on. You get the sugar on the outside, it kind of just feels like a, you know, like a sugar cookie kind of. So let's turn on the water a little bit. And I just wet this a tad. And I'm gonna just scrub my hand here for a second. All right, so it doesn't disintegrate completely. And I kind of like the roughness that I have here of the bundt pan. It does get a little soft. Okay. And I would say I don't get as much of the sugary scrubbiness. So we'll use a little bit of that. This is, you can see kind of what I've used. It loses that sugarness. I'm not getting any lather like I did with the previous one at all, but it's very soft. I kind of get the smoothness of it. So let me kind of, you did get a couple chunks in the sink. Okay, and then I'll dry my hands with my winter towel here that I still have. All right, I'm gonna dry them completely. Hands are smooth. This might be good for like your elbows or your feet or something. Hands smell good, so you still get a little bit of that lingering scent. They're not dry. I mean, I'm gonna have to apply lotion after, but overall, not bad. I think I like this shape better because I think you can get a better grip on it versus the round ball. So I'm actually Recipe wise, decent. Mold, terrible. Price, horrendous. I don't think you get the value for this if you're paying full price at 50 something dollars. You're spending half that money on the mold and the rest on the ingredients. So try the recipe, try it in a different mold. Don't buy the kit and you might really enjoy it. And I guess that's my tip for you today is try a whole bunch of, like, go on the sites, various sites, Brambleberry, Wholesale Supply Plus, and so forth. There's tons of them out there. And look at some of the recipes. See if you have stuff on hand, and then see if you can recreate it without having to buy a lot of stuff. And again, a couple seconds, a minute or so later, my hands feel really nice. I like that. But is it worth the price? Absolutely not. No. All right, I want to know what you guys think. Do you prefer that solid sugar scrub, or do you prefer the softer, scoop it out, kind of creamy sugar scrub? Let me know down below in the comments. Definitely make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up. But until next time, make sure you get out there and create something beautiful. I will see you real soon. Have a fantastic day.